Hey, Ron. What's that?
It's flu sharing powder. You can share music through the Flu network with it. I got it from Fred and George.
Wow, that's cool, but wasn't that banned by the ministry?
I don't think so. My brother Charlie used it when he was at school and no one ever found out.
Well, how does it work?
Here, let me show you. What should we listen to?
How about that new Whomping Willow song, I Believe in Noggles?
I believe in Noggles.
Bro, that's fantastic. Ron, what's going on?
Oh, don't worry about that, Harold. That's just other people requesting songs that I have in my phono box. That's how it works. When I request a song, I get it from someone else who has it. And when someone else wants a song that I have, they can get it from me.
Let me try. Chocolate.
Harry! You were about to use flu sharing powder, weren't you?
Well, yes, but I didn't think it was a big deal.
Harry, don't you know that sharing of copyrighted materials using flu sharing powder is illegal? Not to mention that you are disrespecting an artist's intellectual property and you're actually stealing from them. You could be expelled, or worse, you could be sued by the regulators of improper operation of audio. You know, the RIAA.
Well, yes, Hermione, but we've certainly gotten away with much worse.
That may be true, Ron, but there's nothing Hogwarts can do to protect you if you violate copyright laws.
What do you mean?
When Hogwarts receives notice that you've been using the Flute network to illegally distribute music, they can identify you using the Flu address registered under your name, and then you get 2 warnings before you're put before a disciplinary committee. But the Dementors working for the RIAA can serve Hogwarts with a subpoena at any time to find out who you are. Ron, you have to promise me that you won't use that flu-sharing powder again. Ron!
Blimey, Hermione. All right.
You too, Harry.
All right, Hermione, I promise. This is impossible. I received a warning for sharing music and video games over Hogwarts Flu network. But I haven't used any flu sharing powder since that night when Hermione made me promise not to. This must be a mistake.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a mistake.
I mean, how could they even know who it was? It says here that I'm responsible because the fireplace used to share copyrighted materials is registered under my name. It's true that this fireplace is registered under my name. Wait a minute. Ron, have you been using flu sharing powder in this fireplace?
Maybe.
Ron, I thought it was understood that when I agreed to let you use this fireplace at the beginning of the year, you were not to do anything illegal with it. I trusted you.
Harry Potter, I cannot believe you'd be using flu-sharing powder in this school. Do you have any idea how much trouble you could get in?
But Professor, it wasn't me.
It's your fireplace registered under your name. It's your responsibility. It's just like muggles and wireless routers. Any kind of network traffic is the person responsible is the person whose name it's registered under for any network device. Thankfully, the school provides you with 2 chances before having to go before a disciplinary committee. But that doesn't mean that the mentors won't pursue you. In fact, on a first infraction, they can demand thousands of galleons in settlement money. And there's nothing I can do to stop them.
Dementors? Thousands of galleons?
Yes, Mr. Weasley. The RIAA and the MPAA, the Magical Picture Attorney Alliance, use them to catch infringing students. Students are easy to catch when they're flu sharing. All Dementors have to do is sit in front of a fireplace and request songs or music or games or such, and just wait to see who is out there sharing. Unsuspecting students, many of them, have been caught this way. And, specifically, they're targeting schools like Hogwarts.
But what if someone uses flu sharing for legitimate reasons, sharing non-copyright files and the like?
Well, Mr. Weasley, flu-sharing powder is a tricky business. By default, it searches out all things to share, copyright protected or not. In fact, last year, here at Hogwarts, a student was fined 3,000 galleons, and he didn't even know he was flu-sharing.
Professor, how can I prevent others from using my fireplace?
Well, Mr. Potter, you can ask a student tech to come up and put a password protection charm. But do not share your password with anyone else. And Oh, you must dispose of all extra flu-sharing powder that you have. In fact, what I'll do right now is I'll ask a student tech to come up and help you this afternoon.
I'm sorry, Harry.
Ron, just don't let it happen again. And for both our sakes, get rid of that flu-sharing powder.